Royal shock today. Princess Leonor wedding in Denmark leaves Spain speechless. The world had seen royal weddings before, but no one was prepared for this. Spain, a nation that raised her, watched in stunned silence as Princess Leonor, their future queen, stepped into a new life in Denmark. What was meant to be a royal celebration turned into an emotional shockwave that rippled through every corner of the Spanish kingdom. Because this wasn't just a wedding. It was the moment Spain realized it was letting go of its princess, and welcoming a queen. When Leonor's royal motorcade arrived in Copenhagen that morning, everything felt calm, almost expected. The Danish capital glowed under a silver sky, lined with thousands of royal supporters waving both the Spanish and Danish flags. But the moment Leonor stepped out, everything changed. The crowd gasped. Cameras flashed. And even the royal guards, usually unshaken, froze for a second. The Princess of Asturias, draped in a gown that blended modern Spanish elegance with a touch of Danish tradition, looked like she had stepped out of a fairy tale. Yet, there was something deeper, something that felt final. Observers described the moment as spine-chilling, not because of the beauty, but because of what it symbolized. Spain was watching its heir not just marry into another royal family, but step onto a new stage, one that felt bigger than borders. And behind the cameras, inside the Spanish palace, the emotions ran high. Queen Letizia, graceful but visibly moved, was seen holding back tears. King Felipe looked proud, yet distant, his face showing the weight of a man who knows history is being rewritten before his eyes. What truly stunned Spain wasn't the ceremony itself, but the tone of it. The Danish royal family welcomed Leonor not just as a guest, but as an equal, a future queen with a powerful presence. The warmth between Leonor and Crown Prince Christian was undeniable. From their exchanged glances to their shared laughter, their chemistry was unmissable. But it was their poise that stole the world's attention. As Leonor walked down the aisle, whispers spread through the crowd. She wasn't just a young woman in love. She was a monarch in the making. Every step felt like a statement, every movement a message. The once shy princess who grew up under constant scrutiny had become a symbol of royal strength, composure, and independence. Spain's reaction was emotional. From Madrid to Barcelona, people gathered around screens, cafes, and plazas, some cheering, others simply speechless. Social media exploded within minutes. Leonor has changed everything, one trending post read. This is not just a royal wedding, this is the birth of a new era. But what truly caught everyone off guard was what happened after the ceremony. When Leonor and Christian emerged from the cathedral, instead of the traditional wave, Leonor paused, looked up toward the Spanish flag fluttering in the crowd, and pressed her hand to her heart. That single gesture set the internet on fire. Within minutes, Spanish commentators declared it the most powerful royal moment of the decade. It was a message that no matter where her crown may rest, her heart still beats for Spain. The royal experts couldn't contain their astonishment. Leonor did what no one expected, said one analyst on live television. She united two monarchies, two cultures, and yet made sure the world knew who she truly is, the future Queen of Spain, no matter where she stands. Inside the reception hall, the tone shifted again. Amidst golden chandeliers and royal guests from across Europe, Leonor's first speech as a married woman silenced the room. Her voice trembled slightly at first but grew steadier with each word. "My home will always be where my people are," she said. "And I know today, Spain stands with me." It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't planned. And that's exactly why it struck so deeply. Cameras captured Queen Letizia's tearful smile, and King Philippe's subtle nod, a father acknowledging the moment his daughter truly became her own person. The rest of the evening unfolded like a royal dream, a blend of Spanish passion and Danish grace. The couple's first dance, to a live orchestra performance, was breathtaking. Leonor's soft laughter, Christian's unwavering gaze, it was a moment that felt almost cinematic. But even as the music played, one truth echoed across Spain: the monarchy was evolving. Leonor had become more than a symbol of continuity, she was now the face of modern royalty, a young woman rewriting tradition without abandoning her roots. Reporters from around the world described the wedding as the perfect storm of elegance, emotion, and diplomacy. It wasn't just about love, it was about legacy. And yet, behind the glamour, a quieter story unfolded. Those close to the palace hinted that this union wasn't without its challenges. The Spanish crown had concerns about Leonor's growing independence, her increasingly global influence, and how the Danish connection might reshape Spain's royal identity. But for the millions watching, none of that mattered. What they saw was hope, the kind of hope that only comes when history meets heart. As the night ended, and the royal couple waved from the palace balcony, fireworks painted the Danish sky. Leonor turned to Christian, smiling softly, but her eyes glimmered with something deeper: pride, nostalgia, and perhaps a touch of homesickness. That moment, captured by hundreds of cameras, became the defining image of the day. A princess who had stepped beyond her homeland, yet carried her nation within her. Back in Spain, the silence after the ceremony spoke louder than any headline. People weren't just impressed, they were moved. Because for the first time, Spain saw not just a royal daughter, but a queen in waiting, someone who had the grace to inspire, and the strength to lead. And as dawn broke over Madrid, one question lingered everywhere, from palace halls to public squares: has Spain just witnessed the beginning of a new royal chapter, or the end of an old one? That question, still unanswered, is what keeps the world watching. Because Princess Leonor's wedding in Denmark wasn't just another royal fairy tale, it was a turning point that left an entire nation speechless. It was history, wrapped in love, whispered in two languages, and written for the ages.